Hey all, this is Andy. So today I'm going to talk about my expectations for the Blade version 9 1820. So as you guys may have seen, you ladies may have seen, I've used the V7 I used it a bit at the start of the year. I've also used the V8, which I don't have with me now. It's currently being shipped from New Jersey over here because my niece was using it over Christmas break. But I've loved both of these rackets for different reasons. The V7, I feel it's very soft. It's one where it has a nice, healthy swing weight. It's very stable. I feel like this one is a really, really soft racket. So the main thing with this racket is like there's no need to put any weight on the head because the swing weight is just monstrous. I'm not sure whether this was a quality control issue or whether this was by design, but as I measured before by hand, the swing weight was about 348 on this racket, and you could definitely feel it. So here comes the so what this translates to for my shots is that I generally like when I'm hitting like a two-handed backhand. I generally like a heavier swing weight, so it's really good for my backhand. Forehand though is the issue because it's really stable, but you have to go for your shots with this, and you have to brush up. I feel like if you're trying to hit hard, and just because of the balance and like the monstrous swing weight, like you can't be tentative, so you have to be really aggressive. And when you're nervous during a match, I found that this is hard for me to do. So yeah, and then as well, if you're not careful with your form, it just comes down to personal preference. With rackets that are so head heavy, I feel like even though it's soft, like it could lead to injury with improper form. So what I've actually done with this one is the V7 is I put 5 grams in the handle just to kind of shift the balance down a bit, and it makes it a little bit easier to swing. It's not You can't reduce swing weight by adding weight, but it just makes it easier to swing, at least for my game. So now here comes the V8. So the V8 is a different. I mean, it could be like I feel like it could be like a different line altogether because it was brassy when I hit with it. It was low powered in stock form, and this like it swung fast. So the swing weight of that was like 325 or 323 when I measured it, and that's like an over a 20-point difference between the V7 and the V8. And then as well, the V8 was stiffer, right? So brassier, so easier to sort of whip the forehand and generate spin that way, and just solid contact on the backhand. Like that's in terms of two-handed backhands, hitting with the V8 with stock or even with weight on it is probably one of the cleanest shots that I've hit because it's just very precise and just very solid. The problem is that it's a little bit underpowered. Actually, it's very underpowered, and the way that I fix that is add in maybe 3 grams at 12 o'clock, and then also just add in a leather grip to give it more stability, reduce the twisting that I found with the V8 that I didn't find with the V7. So Wilson, my hope for the V9, I know it's already probably too late, but this is my wish list. My wish list is that it's somewhere in between, that it's a child of the V7 and the V8. So I hope that it has sort of the softness of the V7, the stability of the V7, which in my conversations with Wilson, they said the V9 is more stable. But please reduce the swing weight, make it more, probably like halfway between the V7 and the V8. So I'd appreciate a swing weight of like 335 um, as an average, right? So that like it's easier to use for the player in stock form. And like for me, I mean, I'm a pretty strong guy, but that's still this is funny. Like this 305 gram racket is still hard to use just because it's heavy to swing. But yeah, that's my hope. We'll see. I think I'll be playtesting the V9 in the next couple of weeks, so I'll keep you up to date as soon as I'm allowed to release comments. But that's all for today. This is Andy from Sense with Andy. Play smart and see results.